I've been trying to do this video all morning, and I guess the reason why is because whenever you have something difficult to say, you second guess yourself. But here we go. I've been thinking, we just came out of one of the holiday seasons, and we know the reason people try to be better a lot of times is because they put on a show. But there are some people who don't put on a show. They act exactly like who they are, and we allow them to do whatever they want to do simply because we have given them power over us, and they perceive to have power that they should not have. And the only way that people can have true power over you is if you let them. Now, the reason for the season, treason, there have been multimillionaires, European people who've come and done things that a person of color could not do. We are sitting on the sidelines like it's a football game, and we're not even in the game. We act like we don't care. In fact, we have actually adorned and wore the robe of uncertainty and being lackadaisical about not only our health and welfare, politics, and most of all, the game of life. We have sat on the bench for so long that we don't know how to get back in the game. We act like we don't want to tell people to their face, that you mistreating me. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You see, you can go from the pulpit to the Supreme Court, from the executive branch to the police department. And what do you get? You get nothing if you don't have money. And you know what? This is not to say 100% because they got people fighting back, but it is not enough. We're sitting on the bench, the majority of us in society, knowing that things wrong. Some of us are doing the same thing that we see others do, and we know better. They don't know better because they're cavemen. Cavemen wearing suits, and they have authority over you. You're not even able to play in the game. They're playing in the game, and you watching. You the water boy, and you riding the bench of your own, to tell you the truth, destruction. And I'm going to go here. All of a sudden, somebody wants to go in somebody else's country and tell them that they're a drug dealer and take over their country when you can't even run your own country and you don't even treat your own people right. How in the world can you police somebody else, when you can't police your own self? You can't keep your hands to yourself. You have done things that we know what most people would have done, would have been put in jail, under the jail. We, as a people, need to look in the mirror and make if you're going to sit on the sideline, just stand up and say, I give. Okay? I came from a place where I thought, when I came along, They had giant killers. They had people that did all kind of things. And here I come, talking proper and acting proper because that's what I came from. But here, all of a sudden I got thrown into shark-infested waters. And I had to learn quick that if you don't stand up for yourself, even though you're fearful of the bully, he will take advantage of you every day. And this is where we are in American society. We have property protecting police. You see, where we get it twisted, let's get down to the nitty gritty. You see, the police never was for citizens. They were for property. That was to watch exclusively rich people's property. And guess what? African people, some Europeans, native people, indigenous people were their property sometimes. That's the real deal. They still think of us, some of us, as property. You see? That's why we get treated the way we are. And we're going to keep getting treated that way until you stand up for yourself. Because although the Constitution is not a perfect document, it is a document that could uphold American society if it applies to everyone. The only thing that it really made it imperfect is that it was written for Europeans and it excluded, most of it excluded people of color. So therefore, it could never be a perfect document, just like we don't have perfect people. We have imperfect people. Until sports was actually integrated and they allowed you as people of color to participate, then sports was mediocre. Oh, but when you allowed people of color to get in there, all of a sudden, now you got, people who are doing things that they said people couldn't do. It's just like the foundation of America. They hide, the actual foundation builders, the actual minds that went into creating and inventing the things that we use on a day-to-day basis. We have mathematical geniuses that you don't talk about. You don't want to talk about the people on the bench because you think this world belongs to you. This is a white supremacist game sometimes. And the people of color sitting on the bench scared to come outside. The bully is attacking everybody. And only those strong enough will stand up. Well, if you're not going to stand up, you get the hell out of Jasmine Crockett's way, Al Green's way, Cory Booker's way, and let somebody attempt to do the right thing. In closing, I'll tell you this. We all can make a change. The worst thing that any powerful person wants is for the people with the least amount of power to get together